Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, next I would like to invite the fourth speaker from opposition team, please. The floor is yours.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you have heard from the proposition team claim, even though they acknowledge the importance of school and teacher, yet they haven't quite managed to understand the word reform. Reforming here isn't just about helping, but it is about thoughtfulness, well preparation of creation, the curriculum that's set up by the government. As the proposition team respond to the weak version of this argument, so here's something better. The government, as the reformer, they hold the key to unlock the change and the betterments by having fun, setting standards, and create a framework of well-rounded education. Substantial economic provide an opportunity to be fully reformed in the need of today's world. While school and teacher, on the other hand, are just another participant that come after. We do understand the importance of their role as the educator providing knowledge, but not a reformer. Moreover, the proposition team also mentioned about good school and good teacher. But without the self-commitment of the student, even if the teacher is a legendary coach like Michael Jordan, they cannot meet the player's score point if the player isn't putting effort on the field. A good management school as well still needs a strong relationship with parents involved into the school activity, and we can never forget the partnership collaboration. With them, they can provide a necessary resource and funding to support the system. This is why we firmly believe that only school and teacher are not enough to reform the entire education sector. To begin with my speech, please allow me to pay my great respect to the chair of the ceremony, honorable judges, fellow debater, and all participants. My name is Yong Satiri, the last presenter of the opposition team. It's my honor duty to recap our thesis statement to remind you again that to reform education sector in Cambodia, indeed the three factors are the top priority. To start off with the first argument, the government laid a foundation for a thriving education sector in Cambodia. The root of great education begins with government. Their responsibility to lay a groundwork for a stronger system in Cambodia by depending on the government budget and collaborate with partnership, a new strategy of our government in which we are currently using to reform the education sector, as my first speaker has mentioned. With this new strategy, we will see the betterment of today and the future of Cambodia to be successfully reformed. Next, let's move on to the second argument. The thriving economy of Cambodia sparked reformation. Without peace, there is no development, and without development, there is no stability. Peace and substantial economy must work together to be able to fully reform the education sector. While the economy provides necessary need in reform in according to the 21st century revolution, such as new curriculum and modern way to learn, peace alongside as the foundation of development, making the process to reform easier and effectively. Last but never the least, the active involvement from committed students and parents derive the effectiveness of educational reform. It is not only the quality plan that can reform the education sector, but the commitment and engagement of those who receive it as well. It is the students who are passionately about their learning, already require a desire for continuous improvement and a love of lifelong learning. Moreover, the endless support of our living on parents who participate and follow up on their student study, both at school and at home, will make a big difference in the student outcome. In conclusion, judges, guests of honor, ladies and gentlemen, we, as the youth in the digital era, standing under the umbrellas of peace, we would like to express our gratitude to these important people. Firstly, to the government for always paying attention to the educational sector. Secondly, to the involvement of parents and supportiveness. Also, to every student, if you want to success in something as you desire, you must put high commitment first. As well as to the educator, teacher, and school who provide a valuable knowledge for students. Lastly, all of this can happen. A big thanks to peace. We can have a happy life. It's a team effort. We all must work together. That's the winning formula for Cambodia education revolution. Eventually, we as the opposition team strongly believe that only school and teacher are not enough, but it needs the involvement from the government, substantial economic, self-commitment of students and parents, side by side to fully reform the best educational sector in Cambodia. Thank you.
Thank you for your speech. Last but not least, fourth speaker from proposition team, you are invited to deliver your reply speech and conclusion. Please. The floor is yours.
After what we have gathered from the opposition team's argument that we have heard today, it seems that the opposition team still excuse the importance of school and teachers. Well, they thank you for having peace, but they don't thank the one who create peace, which is school and teacher. Well, we, as the proposition team, would like to thank school and teacher for having peace for all of us. Well, firstly, the first argument of the opposition team, they mentioned about the government. But my dear opposition team, what you have mentioned about the government is just the structure or the law that given by them. But you haven't researched deeply who used that law into practice. Moreover, if you support that the government has play an important role in reforming the education sector, which means you are supporting our side as well. Because here's the twist. The government also support that school and teachers are the key factor to reform Cambodia education. Next, they raise up about peace. Well, my dear opposition team, it seems that you are misunderstand who create peace. Peace created from a well-educated people. We provide educated from teachers and school. Without school, well, as Papa an example, without school, we can see that there are war everywhere and have no peace. And lastly, the opposition team mentioned about student desire. My dear opposition team, thank you so much for supporting our side again. Because student is the one who really need teacher, the one that really need teacher to hold their hand in the education journey. Teacher will teach student to love learning, and they make learning interested, and to have students to have a curiosity, and that's why they have a desire. Moreover, parents send their child to school if they are school and teacher, and also they have know the valuable of education, which they have also go to school as well. Well, firstly, I would like to extend my utmost to the chair of the ceremony, judges, contestants, and ladies and gentlemen. My name is Wisut, and as the concluding speaker from the proposition teams, I will summarize my team's argument, starting with the first argument, which is the importance of school. School is the place where you learn, and school is a place where education exposes students to a variety of skill and knowledge by providing teachers, update teachings, and materials depend on the subject. School can keep up the curriculum to standard of national and international goal. Because of how school acts as a structure to develop a child critical skill and future success, the Ministry of Education, Youth and Sport has greatly supported to build more schools. Next up is our second argument that we will be talking about the influence of teacher. Teacher refer to well-educated people who provide knowledge and experience to others. Without enough qualified individual, no country can be properly developed. Teacher can play a major role in reforming the education sector in many steps, such as the implementing innovative teaching strategy and the educational style by individual institutions. Lastly, is our third argument that we will be talking about. The involvement of school and teachers are the fundamental of the education sector. Cambodia education was greatly damaged by Pol Pot regimes. Following the year after, the government has put in so much effort in rebuilding the system. And as the result, there's only 37% of the total children that are students due to the lack of school and teachers. Moreover, in contrast, the number of enrollment nowadays has increased up to 97% in 2022. Moreover, our country, Cambodia, was planned to be our education reform to have a fair access to higher education with school-needed equipment for higher education qualities. Finally, as the proposition teams, we are thankful for school and teachers for guiding us throughout our educations. And we would like to have some suggestions for today's problem. First, schools should further develop the education and continue to give out opportunities for a child to have a better future. Second, for teachers, please continue putting the effort in teaching and bring out the best potential. Ladies and gentlemen, remember that teacher might not be a wealthy person, but they can teach a student to become a billionaire. Am I right, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you. In conclusion, my teammate and I still strongly agree and support to this motion without hesitation. And ladies and gentlemen, if you really want our education sector to be reformed, then we are very happy to welcome you to our side. Thank you.